Well, enthusiasts will inevitably know already that Kenny Everett has a radio show at 11:30 on Saturday mornings on Radio 2. The overpowering strength and spectacular beauty of Earth's natural forces are explored in The Making of a Continent.
On May the 18th, 1980, Mount St. Helens exploded. The violence of the eruption shocked America, but few people realized that it was just a tiny symptom of the gigantic forces that unceasingly shape this planet. There's no better way to study the making of a continent than to descend into that greatest of all canyons, the Grand Canyon. A mile deep and up to 15 miles wide, it reveals the beginning of America. Layer upon layer of rock, each one older than the one above it, a staircase leading down a corridor of time. Within its stone, this backdrop to 1,000 westerns conceals an even stranger tale, not of cowboys and Indians, but of the ebb and flow of mountain ranges and the drift of continents around the globe. A tale that is fundamental to life itself.
Making of a Continent starts on Sunday at 8:10. Now on BBC2, Episode 2 of The Old Men at the Zoo. Simon Carter, the zoo's newly appointed secretary, is alarmed by certain aspects of his job. Edwin Leacock, the zoo's director, can only think of his forthcoming television lecture.
I'm tired of sand. I'm tired of talking only to women. I'm tired of averting my gaze every time a man walks by. In short, I have had the Arab life up to here. And I want a divorce.
What about your country?
I am not spending the rest of my life walled up in Bilad al-Hawa as an invisible export.
Have you any idea of how much is riding on your marriage? In the way of tanks, missiles, orders for computer wear?
That's not what's worrying you. It's the fact that this government has supplied my husband with a deterrent. And you're sitting there sweating, wondering what will happen if he turns nasty.
It's your duty to keep him sweet. God Manchester here. Oh, good morning, Prime Minister. Yes, she's here now. I made it quite clear that she can expect no sympathy from this quarter. Oh, yes. Of course I'd be interested. There'll be certain conditions. May I give you my answer this evening? Goodbye, Prime Minister. Go back to him.
is not the slightest possibility of my going to jail. I'm young and female, and it's a first offence. But Arthur, I'm afraid, is for the high jump.
Yeah, but armed robbery, Harriet.
It was for the movement! But I won't say that in court. Arthur says we must do nothing to bring it into disrepute.
I suppose robbing a bank for animal lib might be construed as bringing it into disrepute. But if you don't say so, you'll go to jail. Now, think of your mother.
There you go, Dad. If I'm going to be a martyr, that's okay. But a common or garden criminal, oh no, that's something else.
But it is something else.
Can I rely on you for your support? For money? For a lawyer?
Yes.
What about Arthur?
No, Arthur can go hang himself.
I'm just going. Oh, hello, Simon.
Is your father here?
What's left of him? I've just ruined his morning. You're my next target.
Now, come in, Carter. Don't take any notice of her.
See you in a little while.
I didn't know you knew Harriet.
Yes, I met her at Filson's funeral.
I want to warn you about my daughter, Carter. She is at the moment on remand on a charge of armed robbery. She has these liaisons with men that lead her into trouble. I would therefore advise you to stay well clear.
Struck me as being rather nice.
Oh, she's one of nature's destroyers.
And very attractive.
Where sex is concerned, she is a predator. For your own sake, stay clear of her. Now, about young Filson's death, I've decided that there'll be an internal inquiry.
An internal one?
Yes, a public inquiry would put us at the mercy of the media.
Well, who'll sit on the board?
Myself, Lord Orsby, and Lord Godmanchester. I don't think you can get a more impartial tribunal than that.
The chairman of the board, the president of the society, and the director?
Yes. Now, what is it you want to see me about?
Safety. I've arranged for Dr. Erskine to come down from Glasgow for a week and look the place over.
Oh, what about my lecture?
Oh, we can still work on it.
I just don't want my lecture thought of as some afterthought in the week's program.
Who's the producer?
His name's Hinckley Barton. Do you know him?
Yes, yes, I do. Hinckley's a great man for strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Well, he's a music man, really. I mean, you can usually tell what he thinks of a program by the title music. Has he said anything to you about this one?
He suggested Wagner.
Yes?
I've got Lord Godmanchester on the line.
Will you put him through, please? No, please, please. Please, I won't be a moment. Yes, Lord Godmanchester.
I wanted you to be the first to know I'm joining the government. I've been given the Home Office. The one or two details to be worked out, but you can expect an announcement in the morning.
Congratulations. Where does the zoo fit into all this?
I shall be taking the zoo with me. Don't worry. There'll be nothing in writing, but in future you'll get extra funds from my department. I'm telling you all this because I want you to press ahead with all speed. How is Leacock's lecture coming along?
He's working on it.
Have you read it?
Yes, it's a straightforward pitch for the Nature Reserve. By the way, they've assigned Hinckley Barton as producer. Did you have anything to do with that?
I have every confidence in Hinckley.
Would you like some coffee? Please, sit down. Now, what can I do for you?
I had wanted to ask your advice about an illustrator for my new book. Old Bond does them usually, but he's getting past it, I think. He's 80, and he lives at Ongar.
Wouldn't it be rather fine if he was to do your last book?
What do you mean, my last book?
I meant your latest.
You said my last?
Well, it was just a slip of the tongue. I just meant that old Bond, being on his own out at Ongar, could do with the work, that's all.
This new book of mine is going to be a very important thing, Carter. The whole field of wolf spiders has needed a survey for a long time. It would have interested your predecessor. But then he was an extraordinary chap.
Very well, I'll find you a new illustrator. Now, is there anything else?
No.
At Filson's funeral, you mentioned to my wife something about your insects.
My insects?
Yes, that they were behaving rather oddly.
I referred to transformations which certain beetles are undergoing at the present time. However, it is too early to give even an informed guess as to what is causing this.
But you told my wife that you thought that they were in some way anticipating a nuclear attack.
How can a beetle anticipate a nuclear attack?
Well, you advised her to return to America.
So she should. And you should go with her. This is no country for young men. Should I get any further with the beetles, I'll let you know. In the meantime, I shall await your choice of illustrator for my wolf spider book with interest. It had better be someone who's interested in spiders.
This is Dr. Erskine, the safety specialist. Dr. Erskine is the designer of the Erskine glove. This is Sir Robert Falcon, curator of mammals. This is Mr. Strawson, the keeper.
How do you do?
You do.
If you're God's gift to safety, what happened to your foot?
I dropped a weight on it. I'm now having a new boot designed to my specification. It will be known as the Erskine boot.
And in Glasgow, I would imagine.
So you're bringing in outsiders?
Experts.
Experts, my foot.
No, Erskine's foot.
Pork City. All those with religious qualms are exonerated. Window down here, sir.
I suppose you realize you're playing right into Leacock's hands?
Am I?
His ultimate goal is to close this place down and disperse us to the ends of the realm, to his so-called nature reserve.
And I've come to the opinion that Leacock's ideas are quite sound.
Because they're new, they're sound, is that it? The cult of tomorrow. Well, when my hippos are dying on some recycled slag heap, I shall remind you, Carter, that you played a part in putting them there.
We can't stand still, Bobby. We must move with the times.
Do you call this moving with the times? Turning this place into a factory for the breeding of endangered species? Where's Brumus the bear? People used to queue round the park to see him. And Chichi.
Next stop, the giraffes.
Where it all happened.
This is a very old building.
Decimus Burton, the only one left.
Looks a bit doubtful.
Better not tell Sir Robert that.
We used to have some nice animals in the old lion house. Not tame, but friendly. Used to be able to do tricks with them. Put your head in their mouths. Not anymore.
You don't think there's something rather undignified about turning a lion into a pet?
So it's dignity we're talking about now.
Thank you, Strawson. Right, let's finish with mammals. Reptiles after lunch.
Hello, Simon. May we join you?
Yes, do, please.
Carter, how did it go this morning?
Very well.
Well, look, I've got some rather distressing news. Beard has heard about the inquiry and submitted written evidence.
So?
Well, it's quite hostile. Not the sort of balanced view that someone in his position should take.
Worried, is he?
Yes.
He's only thinking about his lecture.
No, I think it's a little more
So
important.
much work to do in the research block. I just wish he'd get his priorities right. All we've heard about in the last 3 months is his lecture.
I'm told you're giving it next year.
God forbid.
Dr. Englander, this is Dr. Erskine.
Glad to have you aboard. Your fame precedes you.
It does.
You are the designer of the Erskine glove.
I am.
And now I hear you are designing a boot.
That is correct.
I hope you didn't mind me bringing Erskine along.
Oh, you are right to be concerned. We have over 200 snakes here, classified under dangerous species. And since under our director's enlightened rule that all species are to be preserved in their wild state, none of their poison sacs have been removed. Ah, Rackham. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Could drop a 16-stone mail in 4 seconds.
May I see the basement? It would be as well to know where the snakes would go if they got out.
Yes, certainly. My office is down there. Thank you, Rackham. And will you kindly show Mr. Erskine round?
What happens if you have a disaster? An earthquake, that sort of thing?
These cases have been constructed to resist tremors to up to 0.9 Richter scale.
Or what about a nuclear bomb?
That's different, of course.
Have you considered the possibility?
Snakes could escape into the city.
And breed?
Yes.
What precautions were taken during the last war?
The dangerous species were destroyed, but I gather it took some time. Each snake was identified individually, head cut off, signed for in the presence of a Home Office official. Very tedious business.
I wonder whether next time round we're going to have that sort of time. Those Home Office instructions still stand?
Yes, I think so.
Do you have a copy?
No. I must make clear, Carter, that if there is a next time, the snakes won't be there. I will see that they are removed. You must understand, I will not have one of the best collections in the world destroyed on the whim of a government official.
Do you have the serum log?
Sure.
Thank you. Let me get this straight. What you're saying is that in the event of a nuclear attack, you will take off with the best of your collections, whether you have permission or not.
That's about it. But the subject is so remote, it hardly bears contemplating.
But you have contemplated.
Why do you say that?
I was asking you a question.
Haven't we all? Reptile has Dr. Englander. Well, tell him we can supply the serum, provided international regulations are adhered to. How much does he want? Thank you.
You're a member of One Europe?
Are you surprised?
I thought they were dangerously racist and anti-Semitic.
They have certain attitudes towards race and color based on scientific principles. They're not against blacks or Jews as such. You are surprised?
Yes, I am.
Now, what surprises me is that you were unaware of my politics. It was that which has denied me the directorship of the zoo. Even today, if I were to recant and embrace social democracy, as Leacock is continuously urging me to do, I'd still be in the line for the job next time round.
But you won't?
Recant? No. I'll just wait for history to reshuffle the deck, as she does from time to time. Then my turn will come.
At 1 minute to midnight last night, Eastern Time, the President of the United States and Mr. Viktor Platonov, representing the Soviet Union, signed a treaty of non-interference in the affairs of the Middle East. This treaty is going to have far-reaching consequences for all of us. This is Alfred Hancock for NBC, broadcasting to America and the world. From Chicago, good morning.
They play the Soviet anthem as the president shakes hands with Mr. Platonov.
This calls for a celebration! A what? Champagne!
What are you talking about?
It's the beginning of the end of the Cold War. The whole of my life I've lived with it. Now, at last, it's over.
This is the worst thing to happen to the West since the Hitler-Stalin Pact. Don't you understand? When the Americans and the Russians draw back, the Arabs will crucify us.
A sobering thought. You will have to find peace or get blown up. It concentrates the mind wonderfully.
This isn't a bloody rerun of the Falklands. It's an entirely different situation.
Is it?
They have all got the bomb!
And who gave it to them? God bless America.
How much water do you have in these tanks?
18,000 gallons, I'm told. We also have some spare capacity.
Hi there.
You're Kite?
Yeah, I'm Jack Lee's assistant.
Kite, this is Dr. Erskine. Dr. Erskine, this is Jack Lee's assistant.
Who's Jack Lee?
Jack Lee's the curator, but he's never here.
Do you mind if I look around? Not at all. Go ahead.
I gather Jack Lee's in Borneo.
Yeah.
What's he doing there?
Trying to find evidence to support the idea that whales once walked on land. There's some evidence to indicate they might have done so during the Cryptozoic period. It's what's known as the low-gravity theory.
Sanderson's a low-gravity nut, too.
Yes, he is.
What about you?
Nah, I'm a Genesis man. But there's no grants in that.
Now, what happens in the event of a nuclear war?
We poison the tanks. Who knows what kind of freaks would come out of them. Jack Lee and I have talked it over, and we want everything destroyed before that happens.
Why not get in a separate reserve of water down here? It'd be protected from radiation, wouldn't it?
You'd need another 25,000 gallons of Biscay water to be safe.
Biscay?
It's the nearest unpolluted seawater. Anyway, I don't reckon the Society'd wear it.
Why not?
It's too expensive. And Leacock's not interested in us. He's in the nature reserves. That's where the poison's kept.
What is it?
Cyclone B. And this is Jack Lee's office.
That's Jack Lee?
Yeah.
My God, he's young. He's younger than me.
Oh, you gotta be an air guy.
Well, I thought we'd open with Zarathustra. And you'd see this lion on the African plain getting up in the morning. And he gets up and stretches. The sun is rising behind him, and with a great roar, it springs at the camera. Then I cut to a station sign, like Priscilla. One of those improbable Welsh names, and there'd be this tiger striding across the track. Then I'd cut to Leacock. He'd be up a mountain with a backpack and a pair of binoculars.
What's the other opening?
This is a bit folksy, don't laugh, but it opens with a country choir, with the LSO backing, of course, singing, "Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word."
Mrs. Parrott, can you find out how I can get a delivery of Biscay water, please?
Where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. What do you think about that?
Yes, you're right, it's folksy.
What? Well, you've been away too long. Oh, you don't know what people are into. They are into sentiment. Well, they're into schmaltz. They're into schmutter.
They always were, Hinkley, but it's not a good image for the zoo.
Oh, the hell with the zoo! I'm projecting an image of an old man up his mountain with all of his animals around.
Not like Noah?
Oh, hell no. Like the Lone Ranger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a dream. Is that all right?
It's been used before.
Oh, for God's sake, Carter, I'm not questioning the text. It's my arms. How are my arms?
They won't see your arms. They'll just be watching your eyes and mouth and noting whether or not you're smiling. That's all.
Oh, very well. Well, then I go on to say, it is a dream that I have held in my heart for many years. Our cities are overcrowded, and then we'll see pictures of overcrowded cities. And our zoos, too. And then we'll see pictures of disappearing countryside, blocks of flats, and that sort of thing. And the animals that used to live in those fields, they're gone, too. And then we'll see pictures of disappearing animals.
How can you have pictures of disappearing animals?
We take pictures of animals that are fast disappearing, with lines running down them, 16 mil, old-fashioned pictures, wildcat and avocet and ptarmigan, badgers, and that sort of thing. We have lost touch with nature. We have lost touch with ourselves. Oh, yes, then we'll see pictures of communities, rush hour traffic. Well, you know the score. Let me show you how England used to look. The landscapes of Palmer and Constable and Turner. And then I show them what England used to look like. And then I show them the sort of animals that used to live there. It was crawling with animals. Boars and bear and bustards and storks.
Look, she's a selfish woman who's causing a lot of trouble. There could be a war.
If you hadn't pulled out of the Middle East, they wouldn't have been able to blackmail us like this.
If you tool up your friends with all that hardware, you can't afford to prank around.
I didn't bloody well tool them up, as you call it. The British government did.
Well, you're British, aren't you? Wish to God you take responsibility for your actions. The days are gone when you can send a gunboat without reference to the rest of the world. It's too goddamn dangerous.
All right, so what's the alternative? We can't send her back to the harem. Our principle's at stake.
So's the world.
Oh, shut up.
You strike me as a haunted man.
Do I?
You're surrounded by old men. That's what's happened to the world. People die a lot older these days, and they hang on to their jobs until the very end. There's no room for young people, and they resent it. I know. They come in here, and they sit and look at the birds. But they don't see them.
I'm worried about my wife.
Did you get on with her?
Very well.
You still make love?
All the time.
What's the matter then?
We have political differences.
Oh. Is that all?
What do you think I should do?
Get out. Go to America.
That's what Sanderson told us.
They take you like a shot in San Diego. Then there's all those new zoos springing up in the Sun Belt.
I love it here. I love England. I have a wife whom I adore, a job that I love, 2 kids, enough money. What more could a man ask? So why go to San Diego?
I misjudged you. I thought you were a survivor.
I am a survivor.
The Air Sea Rescue Service.
Britain's relations with the state of Bilad al-Hawa took a further dive when the Sultan's Boeing was refused landing rights at Heathrow Airport. The Boeing later landed in Paris, where the Sultan described the refusal as a hostile act. The Sultan is seeking the return of his 2 children, who are now in London with his wife, Dolly Grant.
Constantly spiralling oil prices. The new Home Secretary, Lord Godmanchester, paid a surprise visit to the ambassador of Bilad al-Hawa this afternoon.
Lord Godmanchester, this was your first task as Home Secretary.
Unhappily, yes.
Why was the Sultan denied his landing rights?
There were a number of armed men on board the aircraft. We were concerned it might lead to a breach of the peace.
You mean they'd come to kidnap the children?
Kidnap is too strong a word.
What about his marital rights? What's the situation with Dolly Grant Allen?
We're all hoping for a reconciliation.
What are the chances?
Well, that's up to the Foreign Secretary. After all, he is her uncle.
And if he fails?
We have to be very careful. The slightest misunderstanding could put us over the edge. That's why I took the unusual step of calling on the ambassador myself to explain our views.
Thank you. In Westminster this afternoon, the Prime Minister defended the government's decision to supply nuclear arms to certain Arab states. We are merely implementing the policy of previous administrations to ensure the independence of our allies in the Middle East.
No. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to cuddle. There you go, snuggle down. There you go.
The Ayatollah, commenting that the orbiter flight path took it over the Muslim world, told a crowd of over 1 million that the orbiter was a killer satellite intended to destroy their communication systems in the event of war. If your eye doth offend you, pluck it out, he said, inviting the Russians to shoot it down before it was too late.
Morning, Lord Osby. No problem with the traffic.
I bet you say that to all your guests.
Lord Osby, this is our secretary, Simon Carter.
How do you do?
Good morning.
I hope this isn't going to be an all-day affair.
No, Carter's conducting the examination.
The fur's going to fly, is it? What is the matter with your horses, Osby? I backed one the other day at Chepstow.
I don't see how, as Home Secretary, that you have time to study form.
Ah, that's what intelligence is for. I said to them, if you're as bright as all that, find out what's going to win the 3:30 at Chepstow. They came up with your wretched elephant.
I could have told you that was going to lose.
And when did Sir Robert arrive?
About 5 minutes later.
And was he alone?
No, he had Strawson and Mr. Sanderson with him.
Now, what was his first reaction?
He looked at Filson and sent Strawson for the gun.
No, he actually looked...
Yes, Sir Robert.
I looked at the damn giraffe and sent for the gun. It was not my intention to shoot Filson.
I repeat what I said. He looked at Filson and sent for the gun.
What does it matter who he looked at?
Well, it may suggest that if Sir Robert was looking at Filson when he sent for the gun, it was because he was appalled by Filson's injuries, which is quite different from looking at Smokey and assessing his state.
Did the giraffe startle the boy, or did the boy startle the giraffe? That's what we're trying to find out.
No, what I'm trying to establish is Smokey's exact physical condition.
Ask him if he was in pain.
We'll come to that in a minute.
Was he in pain?
That is irrelevant.
You see, he refuses to answer that question.
The boy fell on a spike.
He fell back because the giraffe went berserk.
If the spike had not been there, the boy would not have fallen on it.
Ah, you will have an opportunity to state your views shortly, Sir Robert.
Was he in pain?
The giraffe has a tumor on the liver. I will say no more.
Mr. Chairman, I cannot proceed if Sir Robert continues to interrupt in this.
Tell him to ask the right question.
The point that I'm trying to make is whether Smokey's physical condition was a contributory factor to an accident which we have already agreed was in no small way due to the fact that a spike was left lying around in the giraffe enclosure and which had
against the gun.
To be there.
No good could come of shooting it.
I don't know. It would have been an act of retribution.
We have also agreed that the relatively inexperienced Filson should not have been left unsupervised to tend a sick giraffe. In fact, we have agreed that there was negligence.
I don't think you should bandy the word negligence at this stage, Carter. We've yet to receive Beard's explanation as to the behavior of the giraffe.
Smokey is dead. He passed away quite peacefully, according to Johnston here. Didn't he?
He just went weak at the knees and then fell over like a great big tree.
Now he's gone, I hope that's the end of it. The inquiry will be left on the file pending the results of the autopsy. Are there any questions?
You can't just cut him up in steaks. He was a Blue Peter pet.
No, in due course he'll be cremated and there'll be some suitable press release. Isn't that so, Carter?
I just hope you're satisfied.
Look, I said that's enough, Bobby. We'll have no more mention of it. The unfortunate accident that befell one of our young keepers only a short while ago...
I thought we agreed you were not to mention the accident.
Yeah, but it's in my lecture. I'm making a point.
Look, Filson's death won't make people say, let's have a zoo where the animals are free, but let's do away with zoos altogether. Look, why don't we just forget the whole idea of zoo? Let's just think animals. Now, people are attracted to animals because they are free.
Liberal cant, Carter. People are interested in animals because they eat one another. The idea that nature has any claims to nobility is a romantic fiction. I'm surprised to hear you espouse it.
You are a godless man, Englander.
Religion also has its uses. Combined with nature, it can be used to control the more unruly elements in our society.
Which reminds me, the police were looking for you.
Indeed.
Let me get this straight, Carter. You want me to remove all reference to zoos?
That's not what I mean. I want you to conjure up a place where animals can live and breed uncontaminated by the pressures of the human race and all its ghastly manifestations, which include, if I may say so, everything which Dr. Englander stands for. Don't you see? You are describing paradise.
Paradise, exactly. I shall remember that.
Rackham said you have something for me.
Yes, I have. Here's your new copy of the Home Office instructions in the event of war. I'd like you to sign for it, please.
The day this receipt book is to be checked, there'll be no one left capable of reading it.
I just want it for the record, thank you.
I doubt there'll be any records left either. Do you?
He's a funny chap, Englander. What was that about police?
Mrs. Parrott said there was a man from the special branch snooping around the other day.
Ah, well, he's a bit of a fascist, our doctor. I should have warned you about him.
Right. Again?
A resolution which would have condemned OPEC for yet another rise in the price of oil failed yesterday at the United Nations for lack of support from Russia and the United States.
I am standing outside the OPEC office here in the Champs-Élysées.
How is Leacock's lecture coming along?
So-so.
How good a performer is he?
He's boring.
Well, can't you beef him up a little?
All I'm responsible for is the content. The presentation is up to Hinckley.
I have great confidence in Hinckley.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. But he can be very vulgar.
That's his strength.
But you have been educated in Britain. You went to Eton and Sandhurst.
I did indeed, but that does not change my resolution.
So you wouldn't hesitate to remove your British advisors?
If I thought it now in our best interest, certainly.
Well, there are some people who might think that firing your entire British staff was in some way connected with your separation from your English wife.
They would be quite right. My wife has fled to England with my 2 children, one of whom, my son, is also heir to one of the oldest kingdoms in the Arab world. I've been told by the British courts that I have certain rights of access, which they said will be laid down in due course. I have simply this to say. I will see my son where and when I want to, and that any attempt to bar me from so doing will be met with whatever force I deem necessary. I advise the British government. It is in their best interest to hand over my 2 children without further delay.
Le Sultan d'Henri vient de nous expliquer qu'il serait prêt
We're going to settle with the Arabs. The media will continue to treat it as if we are on the brink of war, but they've already agreed to a conference.
Oh, that's good news.
It still leaves Bilad al-Hawa. Neri has the bomb.
How did he get it?
We gave it him.
Yes, but he can't deliver it all this way.
If he wants to, he'll find a way, even if he has to deliver it in a Harrod's van. That's why it's so important that Leacock should present his lecture with some panache. If he takes the nation with him, we can get the animals out of London before things go wrong.
Right. I'll do my best.
Good evening, sir. Travelling in style now, I see, sir.
This is Dr. Leacock, Director of the National Zoo.
Look, I feel sick.
Leacock, is he on the list?
Well, he ought to be. He's giving a lecture.
Turn the car round, Carter. I'm not on the list.
Leacock, that will be with an L.
That's right.
Ah, yes, here. Very good, Sam.
Thank you.
He didn't know who I was.
I wish you'd stop worrying. By the time you come out tonight, the whole country will know who you are.
Oh, my God, there he is.
Who?
Well, the producer. What's his name again?
Hinckley. Hinckley Barton.
Hinckley Barton.
Welcome to Television Centre, Dr. Leacock.
Hello, Simon.
Oh, Hinckley, it's all yours.
Oh, come with me, Dr. Leacock. The DG wants to meet you.
I don't think I can move.
Simon, give him a shove.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
Come on, Dr. Leacock. This is your big day.
Come on.
Oh, give me a hand, Simon.
Come on. There we go. That's right.
Oh.
The news, the first ever Attenborough lecture takes place here on BBC 3. Just starting on BBC 1 and 2, a party political group.
Mom, Miss Price is here.
Of the campaign for
Come on in, Diana.
Come
on, darling, we're going to be late.
Of a harrowing nature, and persons of a nervous disposition are advised not to watch.
Far be it from me to advance the
And now
interests
over
of
to the old
NUP.
television centre where the
The
first
unedifying
ever Attenborough
spectacle
lecture
of
is
its
given by
members
Edwin Leacock,
squabbling with the
the
members of
director of the
SOGAT
National Zoo.
and that SOPA.
Dr. Leacock
The
will be
phrase
talking about
ignorant armies which clash by night comes to mind was not of my making. When I decided to close down the paper and dismiss all the employees, it was not, I assure you, to settle some private grudge with the print unions. It was simply that the newspaper had become a loss-making item in my media division.
Tonight begins a new series of the Attenborough Lectures. The first in the series, which has the overall title of Dreams and Realities, is given by Dr. Edwin Leacock, Director of the National Zoo.
Dr. Edwin Leacock is a family man and hails from Scunthorpe. Prior to his appointment as director of the National Zoo, he held the post of curator of mammals at Sydney, Australia, and before that he was a lecturer in zoology at Edinburgh University. An ardent defender of animal rights and anti-vivisectionist, and England's most passionate advocate of nature reserves, Edwin Leacock is the ideal man to deliver the first of the Attenborough lectures.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to sing you a song with which most of you will be familiar. It epitomizes for me the essence of my lecture here tonight.
Dr. Leacock has now put on his head a large Stetson.
No,
no.
Oh, give me your and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the sky is not cloudy all day. Oh, the home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the sky is not cloudy all day.
and gentlemen, I have a dream. Let me show you some of the most beautiful land that was ever created by God's hands. The land of Palmer and Constable and Turner. And let me show you the animals that lived on this land. The foxes and badgers and wildcat, the avocets and ptarmigan, the buntings and bitterns and crested grebe, and the wolves and the wild boar and the bear. The fact is that of all the resources available to us on Earth, the animal kingdom is the one that we are destroying the fastest. Already other areas, Snowdonia, Exmoor, Dartmoor, names once synonymous with natural beauty are now under concrete. Only the animals, the mammals, the reptiles, the insects, have learned to live successfully on this planet, to survive its many stages of development, to adapt to its different moves. I will go further. It is the animal kingdom which holds the key to our survival. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we must go out of our way to protect it. Taken by the bulldozer and the developers fall. Already other areas, Snowdonia, Exmoor, Dartmoor, names once synonymous with natural beauty.
Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play.
No, this is my friend the Yeti.
It's fantastic.
Yes, he was machine gunned on the slopes of the Himalayas. My colleague, Sir Robert Falcon. I keep it up here as a perpetual reminder of his crime, and every time he comes in to see me, he's confronted with his swinish behavior. Shot in the back.
Daddy, you were wonderful.
Thank you, my dear. This is Hinckley who made it all possible.
Good evening, Mrs. Leacock. Weren't you at last year's garden party?
Yes, I was there. Wasn't Her Majesty pretty?
Yes, all.
Where's Carter?
Don't you because take off that makeup, Edwin?
No.
Some people find those events such a drag, but I thrive on them.
We are destroying the fastest.
What awful rubbish all this doomsday business.
I don't think he'd have done it if he didn't think that someone would be listening.
And if you only want to look as too late, when we realize...
Be nice to him, Bobby. It's his big day.
Good evening, Mrs. Carter. I thought you did rather well.
Yes.
Did you think any more about our conversation at the Filsons?
Yes, I did. How are your insides?
Still digging. You ordered 25,000 gallons of bisky water for Jacqueline, didn't you?
Did I? I don't remember.
Very decent of you. He won't forget it. Jolly good. Thank you.
Well, now that's all over. Let's get on with the real work. We're right behind you in the research block.
That's very good of you.
God, how I loathe them. Do you know the only person who gives me a buzz in this place is the Yeti?
It's dead.
Even stuffed, he's more than a match for these deadbeats.
Excuse me, there's a call for you. It's Lord Godmanchester. Shall I put it through to your office?
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, it's all down to Hinkley.
Tell Leacock to come and see me tomorrow.
Does he get his reserve?
Yes, but let me tell him my way.
I'd be very pleased.
You did a good job, Carter. Good night.
Let's make up. I have a feeling we haven't got long.